Greg, you and Tom are talking about the defense. We already mentioned how the rush defense has been worse this year than the last 2 decades at Alabama. If Tua Tagovailoa is healthy, do they still get beat because they're not good enough or deep enough on defense?
The defense has been the Achilles heel this year. There's no denying that. And you can score points in bunches, and they have. But when you allow 48 against Auburn, it's going to be really difficult to win those games consistently.
Big hole straight ahead. And Charbonnet has another first down after the 40-yard line. And certainly the way LSU's offense played, and obviously Tua played in that game, but look at that hole again.
Not only the hole, but then the lack of tackling on the back end. Xavier McKinney, number 15, who's usually so reliable in his run fits and run support, missing the tackle there.
And clearly Michigan liking what they see now with some of their matchups up front. Alabama's rotating a bunch of defenders in along the defensive line, but they haven't had an answer for this run game.
Play fake here for Patterson, and he throws it down to Jackson out of the backfield inside the 40-yard line. And Jackson knocked out of bounds inside the 20. Boy, was that designed and executed beautifully by the Wolverines.
And every time Giles Jackson's on the field, you have to have an all-points bulletin on him defensively. There he's lined up at the running back spot away from where he ended up catching the football. He crosses the center space. He runs on the wheel route up front. It's a great design from offensive coordinator Josh Gaddis in creating some space for his most explosive wide receiver and weapon offensively.
Final minute of the opening quarter, and Michigan starting this drive at its 1-yard line is in the red zone now. Patterson on play action. Ball comes out as he gets drilled. They haven't ruled yet whether it's a forward pass or not. It's recovered by Peoples-Jones of Michigan, and they are going to rule that it was a fumble by Patterson.
On the field, it's a fumble recovered by the offense. Second down.
And it looked like his arm was moving forward to me. I mean, you see as he's winding up, got that glove hand on there, and that arm is moving forward. They're going to have to take a look at this. It's pretty clear that that is an attempt at throwing the football, moving it forward.
That was Barmore on the hit.
Surprised they're not looking at this.
Me too. Now they do. Let's bring Dave Katai in, our rules expert who's with us here in the booth. Do you agree with Greg, Dave?
Greg, completely. A very good description of what happened. The rule is that the ball has to be controlled in the hand or arm when that hand or arm is moving forward. It is moving forward when that ball comes out. I've got an incomplete pass here.
No doubt. I think it's very clear. And I'm honestly good with the officials allowing it to play out. Hey, err on the side of the fumble, correct? Instead of blowing it dead and whistling it dead. So I'm good with how they handled it on the field. But now, so the beauty of replay, being able to correct it, Dave, is imperative.
Well, you're absolutely correct, because if you rule an incomplete pass and it really is a fumble, they can review it and it can be given to the defense as long as it's recovered in the immediate and continuing action. But any advance is canceled. So you want to let that go and give replay a chance.
And as you see, it was recovered by Michigan, ruling on the field a fumble and a 4-yard loss, but I think it's pretty clear looking at that it's going to get overturned. Now, the reason that it takes a little bit longer sometimes, and I know fans are antsy, they see it, but they got to figure out, right, Dave, how much time on the clock, where to spot the ball, down and distance, all that, right?
Yeah, they've got to bring the ball back. They rule incomplete pass to the previous spot, reset the clock if necessary, but that's what takes the time.
Yeah. So 14 seconds to go. The offense for Michigan has looked pretty good here in the opening quarter.
Tell you what, guys, where Shea is fortunate is that he was able to get his arm moving forward, because if that ball goes out when his arm's going back, now you've really got an issue. So nice job by Shea Patterson having the hand strength to just hold on to the football.
He's got that glove on, man.
Oh,
keep that
that's
hand
true.
very strong, nice and tacky. But
dude, how do they do that? I could never. I can't. Whether it's cold or warm, I couldn't throw with a glove on.
I love it. I think it's awesome. I just couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Some say Tom couldn't throw with one off.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's fair. Tom, are you sure you're not left-handed? That's my question.
Most.
After review, it's an incomplete pass. It will be second down. Timer, please reset the game clock to 57 seconds. The clock will start on the snap. Thank you.
So there you go, 57 seconds, 2nd and 10 on the 20-yard line after the incompletion.
And a really nice first quarter for Michigan's offense. Finding some opportunities. And
how about a little love for Barmore, though, because Alabama needed something to happen. They needed to get some pressure on Patterson. They had not yet. Patterson in trouble again. This is Davis chasing. And Patterson going to tuck and run and maybe get 2 yards. Davis at 6'7", 315, running from one side of the field to the other after the quarterback.
Playing his final college game, too. You know it means a lot to him. Hasn't gone the way he's wanted it to go this year, but he pinned his ears back and tried to make it tough on the quarterback. Here on 3rd down in the red zone, Shea Patterson has to be really smart with the football. His windows are tight in this part of the field. They love to utilize their tight ends in this area of the field as well. So if they can create a one-on-one opportunity for their tight end, that might be the spot you'd look. And they got Eubanks right here lined up at number 3.
Patterson going for Eubanks in the end zone, overthrown. Xavier McKinney, first team All-SEC, free safety, had the coverage that time.
And that's the matchup you love. Big bodies in the red zone. He's working against Xavier McKinney, who is such a great football player, but he had a chance. A little more air under that football. And Shea might have had himself another touchdown pass to Eubanks. Clearly Shea knows he missed it.
Yep.
It's still the right place to go with the football and a difficult throw that you have to try to execute.
So Nordine is on now for a 36-yard field goal try, and it's good. So with 9 seconds to play in the first quarter, Michigan in front, 10-7. Got a lot more bowl games between now and the College Football Playoff National Championship. 2 more games tomorrow on ESPN and the ESPN app. BC and Cincinnati in the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl. Indiana and Tennessee will meet in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl in Jacksonville. The last bowl win for Indiana 29 years ago. Trent Green was the quarterback. Wow. Good year for the Hoosiers. That was a good win by Michigan. The Wolverines beat Iowa, Notre Dame, Michigan State, and Indiana. Those are their quality wins this year.
Yeah, Indiana, I can't say enough great things about how that program's been able to turn around, finally getting over the hump, finally getting to the postseason after so many close calls over the years. And how about their opponents? Tennessee Volunteers left for dead.
Right.
After an 0-2 start, somehow Jeremy Pruitt being able to rally the troops, get them to the postseason. You know, both those two teams, we question sometimes whether the motivation will be there. I don't think we need to make a question about what Indiana and Tennessee are going to bring to the table.
Think about it, we were there. We watched them collapse against BYU week 2 in Knoxville. It just seemed like it was going to be a season that was lost, and maybe Jeremy Pruitt wouldn't make it. Not the case. Jalen Waddle on the return, and man, is he hard to battle off. And they finally get Waddle to the ground at the 23-yard line. That has got to stress the heck out of coaches trying to game plan for that guy.
Well, he is ridiculous. I mean, he's Dante Hall. He's Dante Hall and Devin Hester when they were at their peak in the return game. He is just absolute dynamite with the ball in his hands.
Remember, the first play was an 85-yard touchdown pass for Alabama to Jerry Jeudy, but since, only 43 yards.
Yeah, and they got to figure out a way to generate more consistency on 1st and 2nd down to avoid some 3rd and longs. So Alabama got to get back to the run game here in the next 3 quarters to spell some of that momentum.
Instead, it's play action, and Harris does a good job to pick up the blitz. A shot here to Ruggs. There was some contact, but no flag. Vincent Gray hand fighting with Ruggs, and it's incomplete. That ends the first quarter.
Man, you got to have an absolute howitzer attached to your right shoulder to hit Henry Ruggs on a deep V route. Clear the ball a little underthrown, and good defense by Gray.
Michigan 10, Alabama 7 after 1 quarter. The first game of a new decade. Back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Lexus asks questions like these because we believe the most amazing machines are inspired by you. Experience the rewards of our curiosity.
You spend days researching bed sheets. And weeks picking a dog bed.
So why would you settle for just any bed?
Just do what you do with everything else.
Ask the internet.
Ask your friends.
Ask your coworkers. We're pretty sure they'll send you over to us.
Because we're not just a bank.
We're an ally. Ally, this is Pamela. How can I help you?
Aaron Wallace. I'm serving a life sentence for something I didn't do. But today, I've got a way to fight back. How are you here? Hard work and goodwill. What's your method? They try to bring me down. Becoming a lawyer is what's getting me out.
It's going to be a blessing, Dad, but you have to get out of here to be a part of it.
Whatever it takes, I will get myself home. For you.
Toyotathon is... Oh, wait. Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Now's your last chance to get up to $2,000 cash back on Prius.
That's a wrap.
Toyota, let's go places.
CVS customers are better. Thanks to everything from helpful reminders to pre-sorted prescription packs. CVS customers are better thanks to free prescription savings reviews, home delivery, and more. No wonder CVS customers are better than most at staying on their prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. And what could be better than that? Treat yourself well at CVS.
Toyotathon is... Oh, wait. Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Now's your last chance for $2,500 cash back or 0% APR for 60 months on Highlander.
That's a wrap.
Toyota, let's go places.
This is Trust. This is Action News.
An absolute gorgeous day in Orlando. As we remind you, this season, every field goal and extra point made by participating universities. All-State's going to make a contribution to the university's general scholarship fund. Thank you, All-State. Temperature 70 degrees. VRBO Citrus Bowl. Start of the second quarter. It's 10-7. Michigan on top of Alabama. Crimson Tide trying to win its 11th game for the 9th straight year, which would be the longest of the AP poll era. And Michigan trying to get win number 10. And will probably be Jim Harbaugh's biggest win in Michigan. Big hole for Harris. Running here past the 40-yard line. Hurdles a defender. And finally taken down near midfield. A great run by Najee Harris from 25 yards.
You gotta wonder if this is a bust defensively. Look how many Michigan defenders are on this side. And on this side, they have one. So what happens? As a result, next thing you know, the run follows to the right, and they don't have enough numbers to the right side of the offensive line, and Najee Harris is out the gate. You have to wonder if that was an error in adjustment by Michigan's defense that led to the big run.
And a swing pass here to Judy out in space. And nowhere to go. Offside by Thomas after a gain of 1. Now Tua Tagovailoa is here. And you see the crutch under his left arm, out for the season with a hip injury. Will he or won't he? What would you do, Greg, if you were Tua? Would you go to the NFL or would you come back for one more shot at a championship and a Heisman Trophy?
Well, I'd lean heavily on the medical evaluation he's going to get in the coming weeks. Try to make the most informed decision possible, but knowing the timetable of his recovery, knowing he might not be available to throw until mid-April, I'd come back.
All right, hold that thought. Here's a swing pass to screen round to Harris. Nice job by Glasgow on the tackle. So you think that the Tua is coming back to Bama?
I think it's a real possibility. I really believe that's what he's going to do. I don't know that for certain. I haven't asked him specifically. I have talked to him and asked him what factors are going to weigh into the decision. And he said, look, it's all about medical. How quickly can I get out there and showcase my abilities for teams? And if I can't work out and showcase my abilities on the field, it's going to be really tough for teams to evaluate me. So I think it's all about the timetable of his recovery. And at this point, all signs point to him coming back.
Jones on 3rd down and 10. The pass high, incomplete, intended for Judy. I think what'll be interesting is if Tua decides to come back. There are a lot of great juniors that could go to the NFL. Is there a domino effect? Do guys decide to return with Tua?
And there are 9 guys that are weighing that decision. All juniors, all very well regarded, but several of which maybe not as highly regarded as they would be next year were they to come back. So if Tua comes back, I wouldn't be shocked to see as many as 6 come back.
And Nick Saban, he doesn't know either, but he said he wouldn't be surprised either way right now with what Tua decides. A touchback, it will come out to the 20.
From this moment on, be open to surprises. Let joy run free. Make memories to cherish. Because we are the storytellers of life. Plan your uniquely Orlando vacation today at visitorlando.com.
With SimpliSafe's Video Doorbell Pro, you'll know if the person at your door is friend or foe. Or just a late-night cheese pizza with extra meatballs. With my smart lock, I can let him in. Entrez-vous. And I can lock up from right here. Same time tomorrow. So take it from an expert. Get SimpliSafe and protect home like a pro.
And now you can save like a pro too. Go to simplysafe.com for a limited time holiday offer.
Oh boy. I've seen this in a movie. It's a good movie.
Can someone just push the button? I pushed it like twice.
And it didn't turn out well for them. It was really tragic, actually.
When it comes to reliability, just okay is not okay. That's why AT&T is building its 5G on America's best network.
We fed beef lovers a Whopper with no beef.
You can't imitate beef. It just tastes better.
Turns out these beef lovers love plants too.
That's an Impossible Whopper?
I'm a damn fool.
Try the Impossible Whopper with a patty made from plants. 100% Whopper, 0% beef. Only at Burger King.
This isn't a liner. Well, to be clear, it's a clear liner from Smile Direct Club. Our liners take teeth like these and transform them into those. They discreetly take this and turn it into that. We send your aligners directly to you, and in an average of 6 months, you can have a lifetime supply of confidence. Join more than 500,000 satisfied runners who got a smile they love for only $85 a month at SmileDirectClub.com.
Heading into retirement, you want to follow your passions. Bright House Smart Care is a hybrid life insurance and long-term care product. It protects your family while providing long-term care coverage should you need it. Talk to your advisor, Bright House Financial. Build for what's ahead.
It's The Bachelor.
Whew.
You either have baggage.
No way.
Or you are the baggage.
Thank you. I've made it to my final destination.
The new season of The Bachelor premieres Monday, January 6th on ABC.
Stream your favorite sports, stories, and series with ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu. Get all 3 for just $12.99 a month.
Well, Luke's and I've had to tiptoe around McElroy for the last 2 weeks because he and I both seen Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and you're still watching all the movies on the Disney app before because you want to watch all 8.
I've got to watch all 8. It's actually I've got to watch Rogue One. I got to watch Solo. I got to make sure I'm prepared. And I've also been watching Mandalorian. Yeah, to prepare. Luke's gave me homework assignment though. The Marvel movie was my first priority, and I was able to complete that. So I did what I was told to do, Luke's.
Yeah, I was just mad I didn't get a Baby Yoda for Christmas.
Here is Charbonnet, the true freshman, again getting the call. Alabama trying to punch it out. He's out to the 26-yard line, so a 6-yard run. Now, Jim Harbaugh, in his 5th year, it's the longest he's been in any one stop. He was at Stanford for 4 years, 4 years with the San Francisco 49ers, and 10 wins, 3 years, trying to get his 4th 10-win season in 5 years. That hasn't happened at Michigan since 1980. They've had a stretch like that. Yet obviously there are a lot of Wolverine fans that want more. They want championships. As Charbonnet picks a hole and gets a first down. Michigan hasn't won the Big Ten since 04, and they shared it that year with Iowa, the last national title in 1997. How would you guys evaluate the job that Harbaugh's done?
I think he's done a good job. I mean, they are consistently excellent in a really difficult division in college football. The Big Ten East is about as deep and as talented as just about any division outside of the SEC West. And disappointing thing, though, is obviously the performances against Ohio State. You have to beat your rival. And until you do that, the fan base is never going to be completely satisfied.
On first down, Patterson, a long throw to Eubanks to the 40-yard line.
No, Greg, I think the other thing, too, and you mentioned it earlier with Indiana and the bowl game they're going to play in. Every team has hurdles, and you know, whether it's getting to 6 wins, whether it's getting bowl eligible, whether it's getting past that. The hurdle for Michigan is beating the best opponents on their schedule, not just Ohio State. That's the next thing, the next step for this Michigan football team. Just 3 wins versus top 10 teams since 2012. Getting a win versus an Alabama, getting a win versus a highly ranked team during the regular season, that's the next step for Michigan.
They did beat Notre Dame, which
yes, they did.
You could make a case is a better win than anybody Alabama beat this year.
Totally. You're right.
I think it's real easy to treat Michigan as a punching bag. I think it's low-hanging fruit. And I understand the frustrations at times with the performances in the big games. There have been several in which they haven't been competitive. But the overall progress from the time Jim Harbaugh got there to where he's at now, this program's built to succeed for a while.
Patterson chased out of the pocket on 3rd down and 4, able to pick up the first down. Sheen Lee was tracking him, but Patterson showed his speed and picked up 7 yards and moved the chains.
A great job by Patterson, feeling that presence on the right-hand side. Lee just sneaking through, but also seeing the man coverage in the back end with the defenders covering the Michigan wide receivers were locked in on them, allowing the quarterback run to bounce to the outside. That's a great job by Shea Patterson on the conversion.
And excellent balance by Harbaugh and Josh Gaddis, the offensive coordinator, and they're getting a ton of yards on the ground on first down plays. Hassan Haskins into Alabama territory. 8 more yards.
And Greg, the options that you have when you are ahead of the chains on first down are enormous in terms of your array of play calls. And I'll say this, Pete Golden, the defensive coordinator at Alabama, his number one concern was the mobile quarterback. It wasn't receivers, it wasn't necessarily the run game, it's how do we contain number 2?
They're doing a great job controlling the line of scrimmage against the physical front.
Running on 2nd down and 3. Haskins brought down a yard shy of the line to gain, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
You see Pete Golden, the defensive coordinator for Alabama, just trying to challenge his guys. They're limited because of their youth and their inexperience, so there's only a certain amount of play calls that he has access to. They got to find a way to stop the run regardless.
And Patterson going to keep it here and gets the first down. So that's 2 times here on this possession that Shea Patterson has been able to keep the drive going with his feet.
This is a shot down right here. Plus 40, 1st and 10. Patterson just did a nice job with his legs on 3rd and short. Get your good personnel on the field and find an opportunity to take a shot downfield. Wouldn't be surprised to see heavy play action. See if they can create a one-on-one against Alabama safeties in coverage.
It is play action, and here comes the shot. Everybody covered, though. Patterson trying to dump it off there as a flag flies through the hands of Bell, incomplete, but he was going to throw that ball downfield. There were 2 Wolverines, including tight end Sean McEwen, going deep.
Holding, number 75, offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
And you see Runyon there with that left arm wrapped around the Alabama defender. Very obvious call for the center judge, whose responsibility is to look right at that left tackle. You can't get away with anything if you're the left tackle, knowing that that center judge has got to do 2 things: spot the ball and watch the left tackle and the end of the line of scrimmage. That time, with no attached tight end, Runyon easily called there for the holding penalty on the shot play.
It was going to be Nico Collins who was going to be targeted there, was going deep. Play action and a quick throw on a slot. First down catch by Bell inside the 30-yard line. Bell with 44 catches during the regular season led Michigan in that category, and he picks up 22 yards here.
Yeah, and you're going to see the effect off the edge that this play fake has. Obviously, Michigan running the ball with great effectiveness, so Golding trying to ramp up the pressure just a little bit defensively, which allows Bell to work one-on-one coverage against Maiden. He does a great job after the catch, creating additional yards.
Ronnie Bell, a sophomore from Kansas City. And now Patterson throwing again, lobbing it down the sideline. Intended for Peoples-Jones, but Patrick Surtain had really good coverage. Excellent sophomore corner from Plantation, Florida.
And he is so long. He's 6'2", every bit of it. And look at the right arm here, extending. That is a tiny window for Shea Patterson to drop that ball into. And you see the tug
fantastic.
there. Yeah, really nicely done. I mean, a lot of contact there, but usually in a bang-bang jump ball situation, you're not going to get that call.
Looked like there was contact by both guys. Surtain's dad, longtime Miami Dolphin. Chardonnay trying to spin out of a tackle, gets shoved back at the 24-yard line by Federian Mathis, who made his first career start in the Iron Bowl. Look at Patterson since a slow start. Had a touchdown pass to Eubanks. I think that flea flicker was the one that got him going.
No doubt. He's been very accurate with the football and has made good decisions with his legs. And here on a third down, got to think he's going to try to work this matchup here with Ronnie Bell. Man coverage yet again with pressure coming off the left side from Alabama.
How about they've run 20 more plays in the side here in the first half. This is the 36th play for Michigan. Alabama bringing pressure. A rush for Patterson leaving the pocket. Pointing. And throwing complete to the 15-yard line. A flag down, Ronnie Bell. Did he go out of bounds on his own? That, I'm assuming, is the call here. If you're pushed out, blocked out, you can come back in. But if you go out on your own, you can't come back in and be the first guy to touch the ball.
Illegal touching, number 8, offense. During the down, the receiver voluntarily went out of bounds, returned to the field to play, and was the first player to touch the pass. That's a loss of down at the previous spot. Third down.
And Alabama changed up their defensive look, and you see that right foot clearly out of bounds there for Ronnie Bell. It's a great job by the officials. Of course, like the official said, you can be forced out, come back in, and make a play on the football, but when you go out voluntarily, they're going to make the call. Excellent job by the side judge, recognizing that, tossing his hat, and then obviously tossing the flag.
And that was third down, so a 42-yard attempt. Nordine made one from 36 yards in the first quarter. And has no problem with this one. So Michigan extends the lead to 6 midway through the second quarter here in Orlando.
Searching for a beach vacation? Find it at VRBO. They search millions of homes to find you the perfect beach house, where you all find your own rooms and some quality time to find out about each other. From beach houses to cabins to condos, travel better together with VRBO.
When you retire, will you act or feel different? Or will you just be you, without the constraints of a full-time job? You can grow your retirement savings with Pacific Life and create the future that's most meaningful to you. Which means you can retire without retiring from life. Having the flexibility to retire on your terms, that's the power of Pacific. Ask your financial professional about Pacific Life today.
Fired up.
Duralast, proven tough so you can plow through winter. And only at AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination.
What you think of the lawyer? You don't know what you into down here in Alabama?
Pain calls out for mercy.
I thought he was nice.
The forest fire rains down on the earth.
The hell you want a nice lawyer for?
You're asking the court to keep a man on death row you know is innocent. That's not right.
You know they'll kill you. You get to the bottom of this.
I know what it's like to be in the shadows.
Just Mercy. Now playing in select theaters everywhere January 10th. Rated PG-13.
That's my nacho.
Those were decorative.
Finally, delicious nachos you don't have to fight over. Come together with the new Nachos Party Pack from Taco Bell.
The VRBO Citrus Bowl on ABC is brought to you by VRBO. Travel better together. In part by Pacific Life. 150 years strong. Protection and retirement solutions for your future. And Taco Bell's $1 double stack tacos.
Fifth all-time meeting between Michigan and Alabama. They met in the regular season in 2012, but the other 3 times in bowl games. And the game in 2000, the Orange Bowl, that was Tom Brady's final game at Michigan.
He had a day, too. He went off. He went off in that one.
The Tom Brady that we've seen for however long now, and we really kind of just saw a couple of times in college.
You asked Sean Alexander, who was on the opposite sideline. He said, so I didn't know who Tom Brady was at that point, but I knew coming out of that game, that guy can play. So, impressive way to finish his college career.
And then just months later was a 6th-round draft pick by the Patriots, and the rest is history. Another touchback that'll come out to the 25, Tom.
Guys, Josh Gaddis, the offensive coordinator, down here after 2 back-to-back red zone trips resulting in field goals, told his offense, listen, guys, this isn't basketball. We're not beating Alabama with threes. And we all watched the Fiesta Bowl, didn't we? So for Michigan to really pull away in this thing, they're going to have to score on their opportunities when they cross the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was the issue for Ohio State, along with Trevor Lawrence in that game against Clemson.
He's okay.
Right now, Michigan is really dominating the game, though. Almost 250 yards of offense to Alabama's 150, so got to continue it.
Here's Judy out in space, getting a block from Devontae Smith, and close to a first down as we check in with John Brickley in the studio.
Dave, thank you very much. The studio update brought to you by Great Clips, the Outback Bowl on ESPN. Minnesota and Auburn. Gophers go for it on 4th and goal. Bryce with them with a 1-yard touchdown reception. Caps off a 12-play, 92-yard drive for Minnesota, who has the lead.
Love that in ball games. Let it all. Don't leave anything going into the offseason. Go for it on 4th down and goal at the 1. As Harris picks up the first down for Alabama.
All I hear is Brent Musburger and Dan Fouts and the Water Boy right there. It's the last game of the year, Brent. Can't hold anything back now. That's all I hear right there as soon as you just wax poetic about the final game of the year. Of course, Bobby Boucher led the Mud Dogs back in the Bourbon Bowl.
You can do it!
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie.
I haven't.
Okay.
You just ruined it.
Okay, well, sorry about that.
Come on, Dave.
The good guy wins.
So you're saying this is like a big twist in this movie that I need to prepare for. There's pressure off the edge. Jones gets it away to Judy, and look out. Judy able to blow by that defender who had the angle. How about that move? Ambry Thomas had the angle, and then Jerry Judy turned on the Jets and ran right by him. 18 yards.
Love the pressure by Don Brown, but I love Mac Jones' ability to slide left just a little bit, buy a little more time, keeping his eyes downfield, knowing he's going to get hit, knowing he's short in protection, and delivering an accurate throw to Judy. That's advanced level football for Mac Jones.
I know C.D. Lamb had a great year at Oklahoma. As they run Harris here, he gets down to about the 40. And Judy's year, at least from a production standpoint, wasn't what it was last year when he won the Biletnikoff. And some of that is because of the guys around him. But I'm trying to think of a guy that I've seen this talented the last few years at his position.
He's so smooth. And we talk, I think Devontae Smith is like Marvin Harrison. I think Henry Ruggs is Deshaun Jackson. I think Jerry Judy's a mix of the two. Really, really fast and really explosive.
Play fake here. Jones steps up, throws a deep ball. Judy beat his guy, and that's going to be interference on Lavert Hill. Judy ran past him, and Hill did everything he could to make sure that Judy didn't come back and catch the ball and score a touchdown.
Pass interference, number 24, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. That's an automatic. First down.
Easy call from the officials, but frankly, if I'm Lavert Hill, that's a good penalty. Sure. I mean, you get beat, it's either a 15-yard penalty or it's a touchdown. Which one do you want? So I'm okay with him doing that. You just can't get beat that badly off the line of scrimmage as his defensive coordinator looks on. Is that a good plan so far for this Alabama offense?
Don Brown is a Broyles award candidate.
Keep an eye on Waddle. He's in the slot. Here he comes motioning across.
And then they release him. Jones, though, throwing it downfield, incomplete. Try to hit Devontae Smith.
Waddle's in the game, your antenna has to go up. Not all that unlike Giles Jackson from Michigan. When 17's on the field, they're going to try to find a way to get him the football. That time they motioned him across, tried to sneak him out in the flat. Clearly Michigan dialed into his presence there on the motion. Did a good job of taking him away, forcing Mac Jones to throw it to number 2 on the comeback.
Had that phenomenal game against Auburn. Special teams player of the year in the SEC. Had a kick return against Auburn. Had a punt return for a touchdown this year. 6 receiving touchdowns. Harris trying to get the corner here on Metellus. He gets to him at the 21-yard line. It'll be third down. Third about 5.
Good job of making this third down a little more manageable. Without Judy on the field right now for Alabama, a little surprised that they wouldn't run him out on the critical down and distance. Instead, looks like Waddle, Ruggs, and Smith will be the 3 wide receivers in formation. Here in a stack alignment. Waddle's on the motion here, moving across the football. Let's see if they move him.
Now somebody moved. They wasn't supposed to. Not the kind of movement you were talking about, but movement nonetheless. It draws a penalty.
False start, number 69, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
So Landon Dickerson, the center, so now you're at 3rd and 10. Alabama already 0 for 3 on third down, and now you're 3rd and long.
And you've watched Landon Dickerson kind of fall out of his stance a little bit. Pretty good recovery. Usually a big guy like that's going to go tumbling backwards like Humpty Dumpty. So it was a good job by hanging in there, but got to be mindful of the snap count on the critical down and distance.
So third down and 10. And Jones from the pocket senses pressure and throws it away as he was about to get smoked by Aiden Hutchinson. And a flag is down as Jones got hit hard by Hutchinson. He was pleading his case, but isn't going to win this one. What do you think?
It's a really physical hit, and it is high.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 97, defense. Half the distance.
Big Dave Katana. Dave, I want to get your take on this here.
Well, the hit's not late,
right,
and it's high, but it's not at the helmet. The only thing they could possibly see on that is using his body weight to drive him into the ground, which is a new point of emphasis in the rules this year.
And there it is. You look at him turn it over and use that body weight to drive Mac Jones into the turf, trying to protect the quarterback. Huge emphasis in our game.
Jim Harbaugh wanted grounding on Mac Jones. Michigan has maybe too many guys on the field right now. Did you see grounding possibly there by Mac Jones?
Second charge timeout, Michigan.
Let me show you how I did.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you haven't heard.
You don't know how long I've been waiting for this.
We gotta move quickly on that.
You have 24 hours. The clock is ticking.
At T-Mobile, we're lighting up 5G. And when you buy a Samsung Note 10 Plus 5G, you get one free. Plus, you can experience it on the nation's largest 5G network. So you can stay connected like this, score a last-minute this, get home easier like this, and share all of this with that. So do this on that with us. And now, buy a Samsung Note 10 Plus 5G and get one free when you add a line.
comparison is complicated. We all have different, sometimes crazy things to deal with. But we figure it out. In fact, people are always doing impressive things. So how come all these people who do wildly challenging things every day feel like they can't do their taxes? We're talking about a bunch of breakfast winning, baby birthing, monster trapping, front seat changing, office discoing, check splitting, tattoo removing, zero gravity toothbrushing, late night chainsaw sculpting, dog walking people. We believe people can be good at anything. Yes, even taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
The hit drama, The Good Doctor, returns Monday, January 13th on ABC.
Wild Card Weekend is coming up on ESPN and ABC. Saturday, 4:35 Eastern Time. Deshaun Watson and the AFC South champion Texans hosting second-year Buffalo Bill quarterback Josh Allen and company. Bills went 10-6. You see the numbers for both Watson and Allen. Buffalo hasn't won a playoff game since '95, by the way. Texans lost to the Colts last year in the AFC wildcard game.
What a job they've done in Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen, him using his athleticism, it's been a real nice surprise in what is an exciting AFC race to the finish.
The ball here, first down for Alabama inside the 15 after the personal foul against Hutchinson. And wow, what a hit on Harris as he gets drilled at the 9-yard line. Michigan's been really physical defensively. Second down.
Greg, I think that's been the difference on both sides of the ball for these two teams. Michigan's just been better up front, more physical within their defensive front and within their offensive front.
They've done a really good job of controlling the tempo of the game and creating yardage when available. I think Alabama is going to keep the ball on the ground here with this heavy set to the left side.
And they bring Ruggs in to help block, and they run to the left end. Throwing up high is Najee Harris, and hitting pay dirt for the Alabama touchdown. And a chance to take the lead. Josh Metellus came for the hit, and Harris jumped over it.
Great effort by Najee Harris. He has gone vertical so many times this year. Most of the time he clears the defender. That time the defender gets a piece. However, he stretches that left arm out and breaks the plane. Najee Harris earning that touchdown. Beautiful job also by the end of the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side, securing the edge and allowing Harris to have one-on-one opportunities at the second level.
Another in a long line of great backs at Alabama. Derrick Henry won the Heisman and was the rushing champ in the NFL this year. Josh Jacobs, first-round pick of the Raiders, could be the offensive rookie of the year. Najee Harris, who's a junior, might this be his last game, though, as a member of the Crimson Tide. The extra point by Bolus gives Alabama a 1-point lead. There's a penalty marker down, though. 12th rushing touchdown for Najee Harris this year. Also had 7 receiving touchdowns, a Bama record for a running back.
Offside, number 1, defense. That penalty is declined. The extra point is good.
Alabama need an answer, and they found one with their excellent running back, Najee Harris, going vertical and taking the lead.
Start a resolution you'll actually keep. Straighten your teeth 3 times sooner than traditional braces. Go from this to this. Or this to this. Join over 500,000 satisfied grinners. 95% of club members keep their new smile resolution. Start your new smile resolution for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. With kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
And you're saving money because you bundled home and auto.
Sarah, get in the house.
We're all here for you. All day, all night.
Great job speaking calmly and clearly, everyone. That's how you put a customer at ease.
Hey, did anyone else hear weird voices while they were in the corn?
No.
Me neither. Jamie. What?
Go ahead and live your best life.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
There's something out there for you and me. And the American road is calling. So what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day. Traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile. 'Cause it's leaning in the miles.
Why is the thin crust of Little Caesars Thin Crust Pizza hiding under all that cheese and pepperoni? It's shy. Hello, Little Crust. Get a Little Caesars large thin crust pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $6.49.
Pizza, pizza.
ESPN celebrating 150 years of college football. And as we celebrate the 150th anniversary of college football, let's take a look at these teams meeting in the 2000 Orange Bowl. Sean Alexander ran for 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. Game went to overtime. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown pass of the day. Bama answers with a touchdown, but the point after is wide right, and Michigan wins it in overtime. 35-34, Tom Brady's last game. Wearing maize and blue. Stream the entire library now at ESPNplus.com. So many great moments that we've been highlighting over the course of the college football season. Still a lot more to go until the championship. Fair catch by Jackson, and we'll come out to the 25. Let's take a look at who's showing up, presented by Peloton app.
So far, it's been Shea Patterson. He's done a great job with his legs. He talked to Alabama defensive coordinator Pete Golding. He said the one thing we're really concerned about is his athleticism and being able to create on his own. There he was on a scramble to the left, finding some space. And here on a critical third down conversion. And then because of how cognizant Alabama is with Shea Patterson's legs, they're able to sneak Eubanks out into the flat. Patterson's not had the greatest numbers so far today, but he's been accurate and decisive with the football and has some timely rushes to keep some drives alive. He's done a pretty nice job against this Alabama defense.
They're down 1, 3.5 minutes to go. 1 timeout remaining for the Wolverines. Shea Patterson gonna throw it here, and going up high to make the catch is Nico Collins. Josh Jobe, who's a big corner at 6'1", 200 pounds, but Collins 6'4", 220.
Yeah, when you have big body wide receivers, this is a good job on the RPO. Shea Patterson can either run the football, or if he has one-on-one with his big body wide receiver, he can throw it to him. A good job on the back shoulder, nice accurate throw from Patterson.
18-yard pickup and then offside with Justin Eboigbe creating contact with the Michigan offensive lineman.
Offside. 92 defense coming across the neutral zone, causing the offense to false start. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Some smart play, too, by Jalen Mayfield. And guy jumps like that into the neutral zone. Just come out of your stance. You're going to get the offside call. So 1st and 5 for Michigan near midfield. Patterson will give it to Haskins. It's maybe 3 before he's brought down. Tackle made by Anthony Jennings.
It's important here, too, for Michigan to be mindful of the clock. You don't want to give it back to Alabama with a lot of time.
Run it again here, and able to get the first down with good push. Hassan Haskins. Christian Harris got him to the ground, but again, you see offensive lineman downfield. That was Bredesen.
I like the tempo that Michigan's playing with. It is a 2-minute situation, so of course, having to be very smart with the football if you're Shea Patterson, but no need to be in a huge hurry to take bad plays.
Run it again. One-on-one here on the perimeter. Oh, nice tackle because that was a sweet move. Joe made the play on Haskins. Stayed put there. Haskins tried to juke him. Job, who again is starting for Trayvon Diggs, electing not to play in this game today, the senior corner for Alabama, has hung in there, done a decent job.
Got some one-on-one coverage here. Alabama looking like they're going to play man coverage. Shea Patterson could have an opportunity for a fade route to Donovan Peoples-Jones on the slot fade.
Yeah, they're going to run it. Nowhere to go for Haskins, wrapped up by Harris and Davis. So it'll be third down and short. Michigan again with just one timeout left.
Oh my goodness, this is an RPO, and goodness, look at the jump that Peoples-Jones gets. That's a touchdown. You got to throw that. That was the fade we circled a second ago.
And they run it here on third down and short. And a nice tackle made at the point of attack by Christian Harris. So it's 4th and 2. Do you go for it here if you're Michigan? It looks like the decision's already been made by Jim Harbaugh to go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Alabama's a nickel, and that's what they've been taking advantage of defensively within the front seven. That's where Michigan's advantage has been in the run game.
Be a long field goal, obviously, from here.
Either way, though, if you're Michigan, drain that clock.
Yep.
Know that you're trying to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Don't want to drain too much of the clock, though, because you want to have enough time to maybe give yourself an opportunity at a touchdown. If you pick up the first down, obviously, which hard to tell if they did or didn't. Haskins stepped up at the 35-yard line. Anthony Jennings, the first man to greet him in the hole. It's going to be a first down.
Now you need to play a tempo. At this point, clock's about to wind, or it is winding now after the first down. A little bit of miscommunication between Patterson and Mason at the end of line of scrimmage.
Patterson to the air here. Looking. Now in trouble. Davis chasing him. Patterson gets out of there. Throws it downfield. Dangerous pass. Incomplete. Josh Job broke it up. Actually, it looked like Sean McEwen, the tight end, broke up what was going to be an interception by Job.
And I don't like this play at all by Shea Patterson. Not only did he just take off about 15 seconds on the clock by scrambling around, but you had a negative play. As soon as it's dead, dump it. Only bad things can happen at that point. Unless a guy's screaming wide open, throw it away as soon as you can to conserve some of those valuable seconds that just drained off the clock.
Well, and you got to get a little bit closer here, too, for your kicker. It's about a 53-yarder from here. Nordine's long this year is 49. Patterson in trouble and sack. Michigan's going to have to use a timeout. Anthony Jennings got the sack. They're out of field goal range, one would think here, but they're not using the timeout. Harbaugh's going to take it down to 3 seconds, then call it, and then just kick it. A little surprised that he wouldn't call timeout and run another play to try to get him back in a field goal range. Coming up on the Mercedes-Benz halftime report, Reese, Des, and David will be by with some of the topics we're going to talk about. A preview of the Rose Bowl, Jesse Palmer on the Georgia-Baylor Sugar Bowl. But are you as surprised as I am that he didn't call timeout and run another play to try to get closer for the kicker?
No, I think Nordine has enough leg. It's just he's a little inconsistent right and left. I think Jim Harbaugh's got to be fuming about that ball that Shea Patterson handed off when he could have hit Donovan Peoples-Jones on a shot play and one-on-one down the field, which was a walk-in touchdown if he throws it. But I'm not surprised at this point. You had one timeout left, and you just try to take a shot towards the end zone with your kicker.
He does. We talked, this year 47-yard, does have a 55-yarder in his career, but this is 57.
Yeah, and if I'm Alabama, I'm going to call timeout, freeze him, and then I'm going to put Jalen Waddle in the back of the end zone, because if the ball is short, I want a chance to return it with the most dynamic playmaker I have on the field.
Yeah, I love that idea. We'll see if Nick Saban calls a timeout here. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, now he does. So let's see. Does he bring Waddle in? I love that idea, Greg. And the chances of the kick being short are unlikely, but I kind of like the chances of having Waddle back there and just having the 10 guys at the line trying to go, rather than having everybody up there trying to block it.
Yeah, I mean, the likelihood of getting a block is obviously pretty small, but from a longer distance, you can get a hand up. You have a 6'7" guy in Raekwon Davis that can stretch out and maybe get a piece of it. Knowing that the kick is a little deeper, it's going to take off with a little lower trajectory, and if he misses it at all, and if he's underneath it at all, and it pops up in the air, that's an opportunity to return. And I'll take my chance. If I can get the ball in Jalen Waddle's hands one additional time, I'm going to take advantage of that.
However, you can get it done.
Yeah, and guys, watching Nordine kick his last 46-yarder, that ball crossed the uprights about 3/4 of the way up. So this guy's got enough leg, and I think Nick Saban knows it.
Does it have enough? It does. It's good from 57 to give Michigan the lead at halftime.
Perfect snap, perfect hold, laces out, and he drills it for the brand. Really nicely done as it just clears the crossbar. As Nick Saban is standing by with Tom Luganville.
Well, Coach, you've played effective football in the red zone on defense, but how do you adjust to stopping the run in the second half?
Oh, we're not doing a very good job of playing our gaps up front. We're not doing a very good job of tackling. We got a lot of missed tackles. They made a couple big plays on a couple tricks, but we did play well in the red zone and got them stopped. But we got to play better in the second half, no doubt.
Good offensive series for you, resulting in a touchdown there at the end of the second quarter. How do you sustain more consistency on offense?
That's where we've not been effective. I think we got to be able to run the ball. We started running the ball a little bit better. Got to open up the passing game a little bit for us, and we got to separate. They're playing a lot of close coverage, and we got good receivers. I got to separate.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, Tom, and that field goal from 57 ties a Michigan record for the longest field goal in history. When we come back, it's the Mercedes-Benz Halftime Report after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Give us your tired, your greasy, your huddled masses yearning to be recycled, the wretched refuse of your teeming plates. Give us the left behind and the tossed aside. And we'll turn them into cleaner burning, low carbon, renewable fuel. Diamond Green Diesel from Valero, America's largest producer of renewable diesel.
When you're juggling work, friends, and family, trying to fit in a doctor's visit can throw you off balance. That's why there's Roman, the digital health clinic for men. With 24/7 access and free online visits, you can connect with the doctor when it's convenient for you and get the treatment you need delivered right to your door. Start your free online visit today at GetRoman.com/TV. Roman, let's take care of it.
What's the difference between good and great? Good is when your haircut costs less. Great is when it still meets high standards. At Great Clips, you'll always get the haircut you want for less. And with our easy online check-in app, you'll save time, too. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Your skin has different needs at night. That's why there's Gold Bond Overnight Lotion. Works while you sleep, penetrating 10 layers deep as hyaluronic acid locks in moisture. Wake up to rejuvenated-looking skin. Gold Bond Overnight Lotion.
What I love most about being a scientist at 3M is that I'm part of a community of problem solvers. We make ideas grow from an everyday solution to one that can take on a bigger challenge. From packaging tape to tape that can bond materials to buildings and planes. One idea can unlock a breadth of solutions. At 3M, we are solving problems that improve lives.
Of all time. The epic showdown begins Tuesday, 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Halftime Report.
Spectacular day in Pasadena. Wisconsin and Oregon getting set
take on each other in the Rose Bowl game presented by Northwestern Mutual. It's going to be in the mid-60s. Sun is shining bright. San Gabriel's providing the backdrop for this 106th meeting of the Rose Bowl game. Oregon trying to go for his third straight Rose Bowl win. Wisconsin has lost the last 3 times it has been here. It'll come up a little bit later on this afternoon. Michigan, Quentin Ordine's been really terrific in terms of the kicking game. And really, Michigan has been the more physical team in the first half. This is Desmond Howard and David Pollack. Join me. What's your reaction? Michigan has really taken the fight to Alabama.
Yeah, we thought they would. We thought this would be a back-and-forth game. Not as much scoring as we expected. We thought it would be a higher scoring game, but still a second half to play. I tell you what, I think that Michigan's offensive line thus far, they're dominating the line of scrimmage. They're able to run the ball. I didn't think they would be able to run the ball as effectively, but then defensively giving up the big play to Jerry Jeudy. You cannot do that.
But how about the response? I mean, the first play of the game, you give up a huge 85-yard TD of your defense. Don't know why you got a freshman safety lined up on Jerry Jeudy. Another discussion for another day. But you give up that huge play, and listen, you already have doubts about Michigan and the talks about Michigan. Then you respond back and continue to punch long physical drives with the running the football. Shea Patterson running the football. Michigan, they ain't scared. Let's put it that way. They've gone toe-to-toe and not flinched.
Has 16 first downs to just 9 for Alabama in the first half. 2-point lead for the Wolverines at the break. This is the final day of Jim Delaney's tenure as Big Ten commissioner. It could be a really good one head-to-head against the SEC. He's got the lead in Orlando. And what about the Outback Bowl in Tampa? Minnesota against Auburn. Now we're tied at 3.
This is Auburn's best offense.
Gophers kicking it off. It's Noah Igbenogany. And there he goes. Igbenogany going to take it 96 yards. Put the Tigers up 10-3, wearing that number 7 on their headgears in the honor of the late Pat Sullivan, 1971 Heisman Trophy winner, passed away last month. But Mo Ibrahim, I remember him going in for the touchdown.
Had a couple physical runs in this ball game, lowering his pads, running right through that Auburn defense.
On a 4th and goal play, Seth Green, Bryce with him.
Been good in that formation all year long. Every time they needed it, Seth Green goes to quarterback.
This game to show them that we play physical in the Big Ten too.
This is a huge play right here.
Bo Nix made a great play escaping.
Depth chart, how did he get so open? Come on, Minnesota.
Sal Cannella, 37 yards, ties it at 17.
Oh, yeah.
Tanner Morgan, look at this cat.
Catch of the year.
Tyler Johnson, they've got stud receivers.
Yes, they do. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen.
7-point lead for the Gophers. Here in Pasadena, Justin Herbert about to play
that
his
first
final
guy's not
game
Justin Herbert.
as an Oregon Duck. There he is.
There he is.
He's in there. You recognize the hair.
This halftime report is presented by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
May your holidays glow bright and all your dreams take flight. Lease the C300 sedan for just $399 a month at the Mercedes-Benz winter event. Hurry in